Welcome, guys, to my Love Island USA Season 5 finale recap episode. Yes, it is thankfully over. Summer Love Island is over all around. And unfortunately, I feel like we had two terrible finales, but that's just me. Was it just me, or this finale was so boring, guys? I was like falling asleep. I tried to take some notes, and I'm like, oh my god, this is killing me. This is boring. Ugh. I don't remember a Love Island finale being this boring in such a long time, guys. All right. Hey, Prishay, welcome. Um, yeah, I thought it was boring. Could just be me. Um, Prishay said I didn't watch. I skipped straight to the end. Okay, well, I watched, I guess, for you guys. You're not the only one who said they didn't watch. They just skipped to the end. So I did watch. I did struggle bust my way through for you guys, and I will recap it. There's some things I didn't take notes on because, I frankly, did not care. Um, but I did watch the majority of it, and yeah, the winners were the winners. We did our best. Not a fan of them. Could care less. Hey, Carmen, and you didn't watch the whole episode either. Okay, listen, guys, I watched for you. So let's get into my notes just a little bit. So we start off, and all the couples that are in the finale separate, and they say how much they are so happy to be there. They feel like they already won, and that was mostly Hannah and Marco. Uh, Carmen and Kenzo, they love their connection. Taylor and Bergie, distance is no longer an issue. Look at that. They'll put in the work, guys. And so they're getting ready for bed, and Leo says he wants to pop the question to Cassie. And Bergie says he kissed 19 girls and was rejected by 13. Hannah and Bergie Hannah and Marco want Bergie in their wedding. It doesn't matter which side that he wants to be on. Carmen says and Marco are a couple of convenience, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm a little skeptical on them. We'll see. So the final dates are the next day. Cassie gets a text. Leo and Cassie, get ready for your first date, and it's their final date, and it's their final first date. They've never gotten a date, and it says love is in the air, stay grounded. So we knew they were getting the helicopter date, and uh, usually in Love Island USA, the helicopter date means winner. But as I was watching this episode, I was like, I'm not sure that they won. Crochet says, a wedding that's never going to happen. I know. It was a lot of overkill with the wedding talk and getting married and having kids. I'm like, guys, we already voted. Do you not know that? Like, y'all don't have to push this hard. We don't care. So Leo does say, the journey me and Cassie have been on is incredible, and I want her to be my girl in here and out of here. And Cassie feels like this is a reward for everything they went through, which, fair. I mean, let us not talk about the fact that most of what you went through was because of him. But okay. Hey, Charlene, welcome. Um, so they do get the helicopter date, and hey, Danita, welcome. Glad you made it. Um, and they can see the villa. They do wave to the islanders, and then they land on this beautiful private beach or island, and there's a picnic. It's like in the middle of the ocean. It was really beautiful, to be fair. And they decide to name it Kaleo Island. And they said this date is the first of many to come. And they say, I love you, and I love you too. And that they never thought they would be in love with someone. It is full circle. They've come back to each other. And Leo says he's going to fight for her, and that it happened this way, but it's made them stronger than ever. And then he just says the things that he loves about her, how she's not just physically beautiful, she's goofy, she's optimistic, and there's no one like her. How were you able to open up? Oh, and Cassie says that she is likes Leo for the fact that he's able to open up about his feelings, and she feels special when she's with him, and that he's obsessed with her. And he says that he has to finish up his degree from school, but he can move anywhere. Dallas, where she is, or they can go to New York. And he asks her to be his girlfriend. And she says yes. So I thought their date was beautiful, to be fair. It probably was my all around favorite date. I liked elements of everybody else's date, but their date to me was an actual super date. So there's that. Next up, Carmen and Kenzo get a text. It is time for them to go on their final date. Hashtags are life's a beach and something about to blossom or something like that. And Carmen wants to say I love you. Bergie and Hannah have a picnic and cheers to finals and their friendship and grateful for each other and Final Four. And I was like, yeah, this is not. They keep trying to replicate this when Justine and Sully did this, and I've yet to see somebody replicate this to the point that I'm like, oh, like I did when Sully and Justine did their little date together, season 2. So, Leo and Cassie do return, and they talk about their insane date. Set off on a helicopter, and they were on their private island, Kaleo Island. Picnic blanket for both of them, and they popped the question. And the Islanders are so happy for them. Next up, Carmen and Kenzo's date. They walked into a beach where a Fijian choir on the beach sing to them, which was beautiful. I loved it. And they clapped for them. And then they have like a floral heart on the beach with a sofa and a picnic. And it was beautiful. It was okay. It was okay. I think they did something similar for who last season, season 8 of Love Island UK, and even then I was like, oh, it's Tasha and Andrew. They did. I think it was them. They did something similar for them, and I was just like, it didn't feel like a super date again. But I love the choir. And He exclaims, "There's no one else he wants to be with than you," and he didn't think he could fall for someone this deeply. Feels like a kid again. Why it was brought feels like that's why he was brought here. She says she feels like she's grown and that couldn't couldn't have asked for more than to be brought together. And a lot of the stuff that they say after this is like overkill. 3 kids, one of them named Achilles, um, something for the rest of their life. And Carmen does say, and Kenzo says, "I love you," and Carmen does say, "I love you too." And he feels like the luckiest guy in the world, and that he would like to ask her to be his wife, but he didn't bring a ring, but this would have been the perfect moment. And as somebody says here, let's see, Carmen. Carmen says, "Oh my God, Kenzo talking about marriage. Keep proving us right, you scammer." Exactly. That's what it was giving overkill. It was absolutely giving overkill. It was too much. And yeah, no, absolutely not. And we know Kenzo, you can give it up now. I just was like, yeah, no, y'all don't realize that this is not a good one. You're not helping. Listen, the scammers are out here proving they scamming. We got Scott on a live last night talking about he would have gone on another Love Island Jamaica, and how Love Island USA was just a lad's holiday. And people were mad at me because I posted a video from Johnny on my Twitter where she had taken a video of her and Destiny and Kyle, and they were about to get on a plane, and they were coming back to the States, and people were mad at me because I was like, not Scott didn't come to say goodbye to his new connection. And they're like, oh, he lives in the UK. I'm like, meanwhile, the rumors is that he is contracted for Love Island games, and that he had to go on USA to go to games. And so I'm like, as far as I've been told, it's supposed to pre-record, and that's why they're using the Fiji villa. So Scott is probably still in Fiji. And he's not proving anything differently to me. So Sharnice, hey Sharnice. Sharnice says Kenzo got more and more annoying every day. It was if he had just laid off, I would have been like, okay, I can see it. I can't. If they're a real life couple, cool. But this was overkill. Um, but they love you so much, and then they walk back to the villa and they describe their date and they talk about the experience and how they exchange "I love yous," and everybody's so happy for them. And I was just like, all right, guys, like overkill. Next up, Bergie and Taylor get a date text, and it's time for their date. And it's hashtag fired up and hashtag let's go, which is Bergie saying. And I said, when I saw fired up, I was like, ooh, they're gonna have fire dancers. And I will say, this date was probably aesthetically my favorite date after Cassie and Leo's. I think it was well done, beautiful, very romantic. Um, just I loved their date. So he has the perfect outfit just waiting for him because he had one outfit left and he was saving it for a special occasion, which was a blue shirt and a khaki vest. He doesn't look bad. He was trying to say before this text came in that he was going to cut off his beard, and they told him not to. And so he does, kind of acquiesce on that one. And Apparently his favorite color is blue, so Taylor says that she has a blue dress. Oh, his favorite colors are blue and yellow. So Taylor says she has a blue and a yellow dress, and the girls tell her to wear the blue dress. And as they're walking out the villa, a butterfly does stop by, and they said maybe it's good luck. And at the same time, Hannah gets a text, hashtag evergreen, hashtag putting down roots. Um, and it's just like another thing where they're just pushing it. Skip the boyfriend. He wants to skip the boyfriend and go straight to marriage. But I was like, what? Like, why are we doing this? But they both open-minded to how their relationship is going to roll. Listen, of the all the dresses. So Cassie looked beautiful on her date. She was wearing this gorgeous long orange dress that really suited her. Her makeup was like on point, just like kind of like no makeup, like very just naturally made up. Um, I liked Taylor's dress. The color was very nice on her. Um, but to me, it was like just like a regular beach dress. But this dress that Hannah was wearing, that pink on her, fire. Absolutely fire. Probably my favorite dress that she wears this entire episode. Um, she tried on a really nice dress for the finale that she didn't wear that I liked as well. But her dress for her date was gorgeous. I also liked who else? I didn't like anything that Carmen wore tonight. Not at all. But she matched Marco really nicely. He was wearing all black. It was nice. So Taylor and Bergie, they go and they're walking on like a boardwalk that looks kind of like a little bridge over the beach. And they go and they're seated on top of, it was just like it wasn't a bench, but it looked like they were in some trees. And it was like surrounded by like floral and greenery, and on the floor was like lanterns. So I think they were like at the end of the boardwalk, and they had just made it into like a little seat for them, and then they put lanterns on the bottom of it, and they were like facing out into the ocean, and it was gorgeous. Absolutely loved how they made it. Was just romantic, absolutely romantic. And the Bertie says he wasn't sure if he was gonna come and find love, but he did. And she makes him feel special and important, and he does pull out this his journal, which episode 1 he did talk about how he has this journal of things that he's written that he wants to give to his girlfriend, and it's journal entries that he wrote after his mom passed away, and after he got the letters from when his mom passed away. So he does read one to Taylor. It was a very beautiful letter. It was like mentioning how he wants to eat ice cream on the floor, take her to the movies, leave a party early, have a bottle of wine just to be with each other and have some alone time, dance party before bed. And then he does ask Taylor to be his girlfriend, and she does say yes. I loved the setting. Very romantic. Probably my second favorite date. And they not expecting what tonight had, and it doesn't feel real, but both have never been in a relationship before, but they are just happy with where they are. And they're leaving boyfriend and girlfriend, and then the fire dancers come out, the Fijian fire dancers, and I wish I knew the exact name for them. And they're watching. It was just like exciting. And they said it's the best date with their boyfriend, and he said it's best date with his girlfriend. And I really liked their date. Um, let's see, what did I miss here with some of your comments? Uh, Danita said, "Good to hear that Cassie and Leo had the best date." They did. They did. I liked their dates. Um, Divine Me, hi. Divine Me says, "Hello everyone. I'm numb. Just didn't care anymore after Destiny left." I understand. I totally understand. I will say this episode is boring. Um, and if you are not following Destiny, she is back on social media on Twitter and IG, and go follow her. She's awesome. I really like her. So's Kyle back, and who else? I didn't see Johnny. I don't know if I'm following Johnny, so there's that. But yeah, Destiny is worth a follow if you haven't followed her. Um, I think she's doing a Q&A. She's a little surprised at some of the things that people are asking her. So just be kind to her. She doesn't know about most of the edits. Like someone asked her, did she, why didn't we see her and Kyle's conversations before uh, before they recoupling? And she's like, I didn't know y'all had it. Lashify says the way they cleared out all the Black Islanders to back was very shameless considering they carried the season pretty much. Crochet says Johnny did a Q&A yesterday and she can't stand Zay. Mmm. Mmm. Well, not shocked. Not shocked. Hannah and Marco, they walk through like a little mini forest and then up some stairs, and it's surrounded by greenery, and they're sitting across from each other, which to me wasn't very, I don't know, their date didn't come off romantic to me. They're like across from each other. Everybody else was like seated next to each other. It's just like a regular dinner. There was no like candle lights. It was just um but they do sit down across from each other and they feel blessed and love each other for a week now, and they've been saying I love each other for a week now, and they both are guarded people and they feel like been very open with each other. And Carmen Hannah says she's open to moving, and he knew that, and he can't wait to meet her family. And he says she fills the holes in his life, um, like she patches them up from when his mom passed away. And I feel like that's great, but that's also concerning, and that's also a lot to put on someone. So that was a very concerning thing for him to say to me. Um, and he says, when you said, why do you love, when I asked you why do you love me, and you said it's because you have a big heart, that just made me fall in love with you more. And I want to know, will you be my girlfriend? And she says, of course I'll be your girlfriend. He's like, oh, I've been nervous to say it for 2 weeks. So he's been holding on to it for 2 weeks, waiting for the last dates. And she's like, oh, it's about time. And then a Fijian singer comes and serenades them. And that was their date. It was very boring, guys. I was not, I mean, their connection aside, I'm not a fan of either of them at this point. But it was, to me, it wasn't romantic. To me, it wasn't romantic at all. So Berkey and Taylor come back, and they do tell uh, the Islanders, they got to Mala Mala, and the Islanders are excited for them, and they let them know they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and they see a future together, and it's the most romantic date they have been on. It was very romantic. Hannah and Marco walk in, and they also say boyfriend and girlfriend. Taylor and Bergie say the same. He was nervous, and they're all boyfriend and girlfriend. Hurrah! Yay! It's bedtime. It's the last bedtime in the villa, and they all clap, and the lights turn off. And then the next morning, they wake up and they say, "We love you, Love Island." It's their last day on the island, and then they get a text. It's time to get glammed up and have a relaxing day. This is for the girls. They all try on different outfits, and I liked Hannah's green dress that she tried on, and I liked Taylor's purple disco dress that she tried on. Then they all write their declarations. The boys write their declarations. The girls write their declarations. Um, Bergie just says he is falling for Taylor. And then the next thing we have is they all meet up at the final love declarations. Bergie and Taylor are first, and they are wearing a green suit and Leo and Cassie were first, and they're wearing a navy suit and a pale blue dress. Bergie and Taylor were up next, and they're wearing a green suit and a pink sparkle dress. I really liked Taylor's dress. Um, Very, very nice. I like this dress probably best of what she wore today. Um, Cassie's dress was okay. It was nice on her. I think I might have wanted a different color because it really didn't pop. But I liked the cutouts on it and the design. I just didn't like the color. It made it feel cheap. Then Kenzo and Carmen come out. He's wearing a blue suit, a like a not a navy, but like a regular blue, so not powder blue, but just a regular blue. And she is wearing a black illusion dress, so it's like a bodysuit top with a illusion skirt at the bottom. It's okay. It was just weird and out of place because everybody else was not dressed like that. Um, Marco and Hannah are next, and she's wearing a yellow dress, and he's wearing a black suit. And I didn't like her yellow dress. I actually like the green dress she tried on back at the store. So they have declarations of love, which I did not write down because I could care less, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Prisha says it. Why did Carmen look like she was going to the club? Like her dress did not say finale at all. At all. It didn't. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. And a few things that we get from Sarah Hyland walking into the villa for the finale. She's wearing a blue for red dress. Can we talk about? I think on Love Island's IG and their Twitter, probably their Facebook, because I don't look at Facebook because Facebook, the comments is a cesspool, so I don't go there. They did a retrospective of Sarah Hyland's outfit of the season. And can we give a hand clap for Sarah Hyland being like this year? Her outfits, her dresses, she did the damn thing. Whoever her stylist this year is, hand claps to them. Y'all did it. Because last year, it wasn't good. Sharnice says, I didn't like any of the dresses. Taylor's was the best of the worst. Exactly what I just said. Of the dresses, Taylor was wearing the best of all the dresses. They were all horrible. So just out of place. Um, Hannah's was cheap. Cassie's looked cheap. And Carmen's what was she thinking? I don't know. But of them, Taylor's looked, while it wasn't the best dress, like It was a nice pink. It was like a champagne pink. It was like finale, right? Like it said finale. The others did not. So Sarah says, join me at the fire pit one last time. And she's like, can we just talk about how we are all four official couples? And Bergie, why are things different with Taylor? And Bergie says, she accepts me for me. Hannah, when you go back to the classroom, what do you think your students are going to think? Her kids will love Marco. They will say, Miss Wright did right. Lashify says they looked a mess. Yeah, it was terrible. I don't know. They need to fix this budget. It was bad. And Kenzo is still talking about popping the question. Why? Why, Kenzo? Like, you're at the finale. It's not going to help you. We already voted. We don't care. Cassie says that this was a crazy roller coaster, but she would ride it again if she was going to get to be with Leo. And as Sarah Hyland says, Bergie says, let's go. So at this point, we are at America's vote. And let's see. Shanice says Cassie's cutouts being flesh tone and not really cutouts. It was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was a different color, maybe like black or even nude, I think it would have worked. But it made it look cheap in that pale blue. Charlene says fast forward to the end, and I didn't like Hannah's hair. Yeah, I think they had her try to like blow it out, and it became very because her hair when she went to her final date, which was like beautifully curly and with that pink dress, like I kind of wish that outfit, that look that she did, was her look for the final, because I think that look was right look, and it would have looked really nice in the finale, maybe with a little more accessories. But her look for the finale was not it. Sorry. So fourth place, guys, was Carmen and Kenzo. And I had to give us a hand clap. We did the damn thing because I was so worried they were going to come in one of the top spots. But we did the damn thing and made sure that the Scottsdale Scammers did not make it to the top. They say, got what I came for. Kenzo, happy where I'm at. Did their face say that? No. Those were the words coming out of their mouth. Third place was Taylor and Bergie. And they said it was a great experience. And Taylor said she got a handsome prize at the end. So she's good. And then Sarah does announce the winners. And the winners are Hannah and Marco, which means Leo and Cassie. They were second place. And while I did vote for Leo and Cassie, I knew it was an uphill battle. But I'm not unhappy with my vote, to be fair. I'm not a fan of Hannah and Marco. So. Lashifa says, even with the bad edit, Bernie and Taylor got just before the vote. Carmen and Kenzo were fourth. Made me laugh. I'm telling you, we did the damn thing because I really thought it was going to be them in the top spot, one of the top spots, that they were going to sneak in. But everybody saw through them. everybody saw through them. So we really did a good job there. And so they do the envelopes, guys. I almost fast forward to the end thinking that was it. And they break out the envelopes. And I was like, oh, wait, we doing this. And so they have to choose. Was this for love or for money? And Hannah does get to pick first. She picks one envelope, and Marco picks the last one. And when it's open, Hannah goes first, and there are $0 in her envelope. That means Marco has the $100,000, and he is asked by Sarah Hyland, are you here for love or money? Are you keeping the $100,000, or are you splitting it with Hannah? And he does say he will split and share the money with Hannah. And so there you go, guys. They are splitting the money, which I mean, Love Island UK has stopped doing that since the Ekin-Su and Davide one. So there's that. Why are they still doing it in Love Island USA? Maybe a nod or a throwback to when Love Island UK used to do it. Do they still need to do it? I don't personally think they need to keep doing it, but who knows? And that was the finale, guys. It was kind of a snore. I mean, maybe if I was invested in the couples, the dates were boring except for two. And I get that they maybe either don't have the budget or maybe they don't have the resources because, I mean, I watched The Bachelorettes and they were in Fiji for like final, for overnights, and their overnight dates were very similar. So like they had singers and dancers and, so I think it's possible that that's just the resources they had for them, which is another reason why I'm not a big fan of Fiji as a Love Island location. I understand they have that villa there. I know they want to utilize it. Maybe it'll work for Love Island games, but I wish they would not use it for a regular Love Island season. It is tired. There's not enough resources, and there's just like, it's so remote. You don't get to do much. So, Prishay says, I thought Marco was going to steal it. I take him for that type to do that. I absolutely could have taken him for the type to do that. But I think he realized that would have been very, very bad. Charlene says, do we know if there will be a reunion? As far as I saw, no reunion was mentioned. I've not seen anything saying there was a reunion. And I'm going to be real, guys. I don't see how they can have a reunion. Because I think they had the reunion taped last season, like right after in California. And I think everybody stayed in California. But they sent everybody home. Like, Destiny and Kyle were at the airport, and they both said that they had flights to their respective homes. Kyle was going to New York, and Destiny was going to St. Louis. I do not see how they would have to fly everybody back somewhere, and they're definitely not flying them back to Fiji, I don't think, for a reunion. So, unless they do it in California, I'm not sure. Lashify says they need stop with the production manipulation. It needs to slow down. Project Bergie and Carmen and Kenzo was up and fail. Absolutely. It really ruined the season to me. I know a lot of people believe the edits. I don't go always by the edits. Like, I don't dislike Carmen because I feel like it was something in the edit. I dislike Carmen because I just don't like her, and I don't believe her and Kenzo weren't dating on the outside. I like Bergie. I told you guys if somebody came in for Bergie, he would get to the finals, and he did. And I'm kind of shocked. I think people got tired of him, but he could have won. Um, I like Taylor for Bergie. We'll see what happens. I'm skeptical on Bergie. Um, is he playing a game? Is he not? We'll see. I do think Taylor likes him though. A lot of people thinks that she is not into him, and based on what I've seen, he's probably her type more than people think. So we'll see on the flip side whether Bergie was actually into this. With Hannah and Marco, I just don't like their personalities. I don't like things that they've said. I don't like things that they have done to other Islanders. I get having loyalty. I get riding with who you want to ride with. This is not Friend Island. This is Love Island. It is what it is. And so I don't care for them. But good job on them for winning. Will they last? I have my doubts. A lot of the stuff that they said were very, very highly concerning. Like Hannah wants to just like get up and leave her teaching job and move, which, to be fair, could work. But you're moving to someone who says that you feel holes in his life, and I feel like when you are that young and you are coming in changing your entire life to be the patch for someone else, because they've been through something traumatic, that's not ever a good thing. And we've seen it with Shannon and Josh, and at this point they've had 2 breakups, and I feel like you have to align yourself better, um, and go to therapy. Oh, see, even Shanice is saying it. Look at that. Marco needs to go to therapy and heal from losing his mother. I think that's what he needs to do too. I think he needs to do that before they even think about moving in together. I think they need to do that. He needs to do that before she even thinks about giving up her entire life for where she lives. And I don't know. Shanice says I agree about Hannah and Marco. Thank you. Per se said, I seen somewhere other Islanders said Marco and Hannah are playing games. And that Emily said she moved on from Marco. What do you mean? Yeah, I heard Scott said something about he didn't give a damn who won. They're all playing games. To be fair, I can see it. I can see it. Which is why I had no qualms. People are sitting there going going off on Twitter because people were voting for Leo and Cassie, and I'm like, again, Kenzo, Carmen, Bergie, Taylor, Hannah, and Marco had a chance to send Leo and Cassie home. And they chose to vote for other people instead of sending Leo and Cassie home. So if they thought Leo and Cassie were not a threat or didn't have not a connection, why am I sitting there arguing with them? So they would be okay if they lost to them. I hope Carmen and Kenzo are okay that they lost to Leo and Cassie. Bergie too. Because we know Bergie was pissed that Leo got to stay and Keenan went home. I hope you're not upset. Y'all kept them there. Y'all three could have been a deciding vote to send Leo and Cassie home, but instead y'all voted for people like Destiny and Kyle. And who else did they vote for? Did all three vote for Destiny and Kyle? Oh no, Imani and Zay, which Two Fae had to go. Had to go. Um, Crochet says she moved on from Marco because he kept mentioning about how to win. Not shocked. I told you guys that he's been playing a game, and I always felt that, and that he only wanted to win. And I said that when he was in Casa Amor. I said he's not leaving Hannah. I don't care. When they sent Hannah O in, like I'm sure he was like, "Oh shit, I can't even entertain this because I'm trying to win this game." Not shocked. Sharni says Marco has anger issues as well that peaked out a few times. Absolutely. He's nasty. He's nasty to other women who don't fuck with him. And we saw it. We saw it with Cassie. We saw it with Destiny. And I don't like him, which is why I didn't vote for them. So whatever happens, whoever voted for them, good luck. Don't come crying, but they were real. I don't care. I don't care. Lashify says Mike and Emily are currently on TikTok live together, and she got bruises on her knees. Child, oh, they listen. Don't they talk? They were in IG talk about besties. They just trying to start something. Emily is a borderline fame whore, in my opinion. And notice how she picked Mike, which is one of the other connections Destiny has. I listen. I'm not even whatever. Shani says Bergie hates Leo. He does. That's what I'm saying. If he won, why not vote Leo and Cassie out instead of Johnny and I mean to be fair, Johnny and Scott had to go. But listen, if they didn't want to lose to Leo and Cassie, then they should have voted their asses out. I don't care. Somebody had said something about Scott. Sharnice said, Scott has been trash, but people love him. Yeah, I liked Scott, and now I'm just like, yeah, he's trash. Yeah. Just stay away from my girl, Kat. She's living her life, doing her thing. She don't need you. He literally called Love Island USA a last holiday, laughed at people tagging him in the shower scene with him and Johnny, and said that, oh, just give him that. It was a lad's holiday. They were all playing games. Guys, that was the Love Island USA finale. Again, like I said, I feel like we got two terrible endings of two seasons back to back. I will not be surprised if Marco and Hannah break up tomorrow, yesterday, whatever. Leo and Cassie, they could break up tomorrow. It is what it is. Bergie and Taylor, I do hope that he is genuine because I think she genuinely likes him. Carmen and Kenzo, they didn't win, and that's all I needed because I feel like they're scammers and they came on to scam, and the producers helped them. And we know they do that stuff, so they can go back to Scottsdale or they're going to LA and they're going to stay in LA. But they're going to go back to Scottsdale and keep scamming and try to make money. Good luck to them. They'll be the will and care of this season. Shani says, wow, how disrespectful. So disrespectful. But I kept telling people, I was getting messages. Oh my God, Scott's going on Love Island Games. Oh my God, he's going to bring Johnny. I'm like, he ain't bringing that girl back to the UK, guys. He don't care about that girl. That's why I did not mention him. That's why I did not. I'm like, okay. Especially when he did not pick Imani, and Imani said that she will say later they had conversations, and that is why she did not choose Scott, and she chose Zay instead of Scott. But yeah, Trini says, I need Johnny to stop sleeping with these boys if she's ever going to fall in love every time. I don't think she was in love with Scott, though. We think that she was in love with Scott, or just, like, I think they were just using each other. I think it's the same thing with Emily and Harrison. Now he's back in Australia, and she's here trying to scam us with Mike. Like, I don't think they were in love with each other. Shani says, use them how they use you. I think that's what she did. She got one in her head. She probably got one of the best looking guys for Love Island UK, and they used each other. And she went about her business. It's crazy. Pache says she said she's trying to go to Dublin. Good luck with that. How are you going to Dublin when he's in Fiji? I don't understand. She should be trying to go to Fiji and get on Love Island Games. She needs to start a petition if she really cares. Ugh, these kids. I don't know, guys. Listen, just I need them not to do this Fiji. Listen, the last time they did this was season 1. Again, I thought the dates then were terrible. But at least season 1, they had a yacht. And you heard Carmen trying to say, oh, I hope I get a yacht date. You did not. Now, I don't know if the budget for the yacht date went into the Casa Amor Villa, because season 1 they didn't do Casa Amor. They brought a bunch of people on a boat onto the island, had them date them on the island, and switch partners then. I just don't know where the Love Island USA budget is going, Peacock. But yeah, do better dates. Season 1 had good dates. Season 2 had great dates, and that was in Vegas. To be fair, I mean, it was like a helicopter date, the Ferrari date. Okay, one date was just in the hotel with seafood, fine. And then they had the theater date for Johnny and Sally, so fine. Season 3 was very similar, because it was in Hawaii, and it was very similar to these dates. But even then, I think the winners got helicopter dates. Did anybody get a boat date? No, actually, I think it was actually very similar to these dates. Like, yeah. I don't know. I need them to. These are not super dates. These are just dates. Some of these dates weren't even romantic. Hannah and Marco's date was not romantic at all. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm sure it was like, oh, well, they're the winners anyway, so let's just do that. But yeah, it was not romantic. So that was the episode. If you have not watched, I hope I recapped it for you so you know what happened. I hope there was a good recap. I don't know. Any last thoughts, guys? We are done for the season. So, as always, please follow me on Entertainment in Color everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Spoutable. I'm on Spill. Guys, follow me. And next up, right now I'm just doing Big Brother. I am waiting to meet up with Janelle. We're going to discuss week 3 and then go into week 4 and catch up on some Big Brother. And then the next thing I definitely have on my plate is I will probably be recapping The Golden Bachelor. The first season of Golden Bachelor on this channel. And then I will be doing Bachelor in Paradise, BIP USA, on Chantel's channel on Reality Realness. If they do BIP Canada, I will cover that one. I actually like that season. That just finished. We got 2 strong couples out of that, so that was good. I'm looking to find out. I had put a little thing box in my IG stories, but I'm trying to find out something else to recap in the next month. So if you have any ideas, I've been told The Ultimatum. I was told, what else? Love is Blind. Now, Love is Blind is not starting until September as well, like the week before the Golden Bachelor. So we will see. Maybe I can cover that. And I said I might try to do the last season of All Rise. So if there's anything that you want to see a recap of or want to come in here and discuss, let me know, guys. I will absolutely check it out and figure out if it's something I want to cover. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Divine Me. And yes, keep following me. Make sure you like all these videos. I try to put a playlist, so if you missed any of the videos, you can go back and watch the recaps. And I put them all so that you can find them. You either find them in lives or you find them in playlists. So thank you, Charlene, for joining me. Thank you guys for rolling with me this season. It has been, and it started off great, then it was mid, and now it's but what has been great has been you guys. I have loved having this time with you guys, having these conversations with you guys, and we will see how these islanders end up, and we're going to see what. I'm hoping that Love Island Games is pre-recorded, because maybe we'll get some spoilers. I do know one person who will not be at Love Island Games, and that's Cache Pridefit. She has said that she will not be on Love Island Games, guys. So please stop asking her. She, poor thing, keeps trying to tell people she's not doing reality TV ever again, and so she will not be on this season of Love Island Games. So we're gonna have to watch out for some other people. But if I do find out a cast list and some spoilers, maybe I'll come back and we'll do a little check-in on that. So guys, thank you for joining me. I love you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye.